death row is in B Hall. Now, I went down in death row. I went down there because it was death row. Everybody was thinking about going down there. I mean, a lot of people, a lot of prisoners thinking about going down and free everybody down there too. Okay? So you couldn't get down there at first because there was a couple doors that were locked up. That were locked in to get a death row there. So the only way they could probably get in there was use a sledgehammer and break the wall down. Okay? So as they were doing that, some other guys figured out how to get in there without breaking down the wall because a whole lot of work was going on. So some of the guys figured out how to pick that lock. They picked the lock and went to the death row. Me, the youngster that I was then, I was only about 19 years old. I decided to go in there also to see what it's all about. I went in there and I saw the other prisoners who were loose asking the ones on death row, you want out, you want out, you want out, you want out, you want out. The ones that didn't want to come out said no. He said, why don't you want to come out? I said, man, I'm trying to fight a death sentence, man. If I come out now, I know they're going to execute me then. I'm trying to fight the sentence. So we let them go. But the very last cell, there was a guy in there that was in it for protection from St. Louis for being an undercover, what you call undercover snitch, who was snitching on the big gang in St. Louis. Then the kind of gang it was then was not the kind of gang you have an idea what it's like today. It was grown-up people, like gangs who were in their 40s and 50 years old. They were criminal type, Well, this guy here was put in the last cell, way in the back of death row for his protection. And the reason why the last cell, so nobody even knows where he's at. So when the prison went down there, the riot prison went down there to let everybody out. They found this last guy down here, and they asked him, do you want to come out? He said, no. Well, just the way he talked, he sounded like he was scared to death. He didn't say nothing. He didn't say like the other prison, no, I don't want to come out because I got a death sentence. He only said, no, I don't want to come out. And he showed fear on his face and the sound of his voice, so they figured this guy, something wrong, this guy didn't even sound right. And somebody's figured him out that it's an undercover snitch. That's what he's down there. So they decided to break the door down. Well, I'm there when all this is going on. I'm there. I'm more or less like curiosity going on. And a lot of prisoners didn't want to be identified, so they wore a mask. And I had a mask there too because I didn't want to be identified. But the type of mask is just like taking the leg of your, what do you call it, the underclothes that you wear, long johns you wear.
Yeah.
Take the leg off, and when you take the leg off, you can just open it up and use it over your head there, poke a hole in it. Okay, poke a hole in that way. So I had poke a hole in mine there, so nobody could identify me. And there was a whole lot of guys walking around like that with a mask on, so not to be identified. And they were trying to get in there. They were trying and trying and trying. So some guys took the table leg of wherever the table come from and put it through the bars. It had bars. Yeah, all cells had bars. And laid on top there and hit it real hard. Go inside and hit the guy in the head. They would hit him. They had several attacks like that. Eventually, somebody figured out to go in there. And when they're in there, it looked like there were about 15 or 20 guys went in that crowded to touch this guy up. And I understand after it was all over with, when I was being tried for that murder, I understand they even had his tongue cut out and that he had his head smashed in with the sledgehammer. Now, when I say I understand it, because I didn't know that was going on at all. Okay, like I said, when I went in there, it looked like approximately 15 or 20 guys in there. It was crowded that much, very much crowded. And I don't know if it came out on the news or not, but his tongue definitely was cut out. And his head was crushed by the sledgehammer. So he couldn't even be identified.